Good morning, Flosstube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Monday. It is the 16th of August, and this is Chart of the Day video number 112, I think. I didn't look. It's either 112 or 113, but I'm thinking it's 112. So welcome. How are you today? I'm good. Had a good weekend. I'll chat a little bit after I show the chart of the day and fill you in on some things, but I just want to jump kind of right into the chart of the day today and cover the question that I asked last time, which I had asked about. I don't think it was formally the question of the day, but I had asked about the gingham for the holiday berries from Scarlet House. I had showcased this one in my last chart of the day video, and I had asked about whether you thought the gingham would be cute or not. And I think I only read one comment where someone said they didn't like the gingham, and it was mostly because of the base fabric. It is a little more open weave and a little more loosey-goosey than, but it's not Weeks' regular base, so I don't have a real problem with stitching on it. But anyway, most people said that they thought it was a brilliant idea. Several people said they wanted to see it stitched. I do have it kitted up, and as soon as I finish my zombie frog, I will probably start that. But I don't want to start anything until I finish the zombie frog. So I'm still working on, I didn't bring it out to show you. But I'm working on the border that goes around the frog. The frog is all done, but the border isn't done yet. So I'm up at one side done. So I just need to go across and down, and that shouldn't take too long. And then I'll do a video showing it. But I did want to address that question before I jump into today's chart of the day, which is adorable. Lori stitched this one up and said I could display it for a little while on the shop at the shop. Lori has decided to quit, so she's no longer with the shop. So it's just me again. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so today's chart of the day is from Primrose Cottage Stitches. It is called Kind Words, and it says, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul. So it looks like that. Stitch count is 71 by 55. The sample was stitched on 25 count white Lugana, 2 strands over 2, and it just uses DMC, which there's only 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 6 colors. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Oh, I know why. I have an extra color, and there's a reason for that. But it calls for only 5 colors, and they look like this. So they're very pretty. The reason I have 6 is it calls for 3813, and I also have 3817 because it's just slightly darker, and on one of the ragweed season is in full force, and I can tell. It's slightly darker, and on a couple of the fabrics I thought maybe the slightly darker color would work better. So that is the colors. This is what the called for fabric looks like. So just white, 25 count. Colors all look good. to save that one for last. Alright, I also thought I have some 32 count Tyco from Picture This Plus, and I thought that would be pretty because it's kind of a white background, but it has some golden yellows in it. Sometimes it has a little hint of a blue-green, just a hint of it, which I thought would be pretty with these colors. So, oops, there. So that would be Tyco. I don't know that it's coming across. It's hard when I'm sitting outside to tell what really things look like, but it's so nice out, and I just wanted to spend a little time outside, so before it gets warm. I think it's supposed to warm up to 90 again today, but there's not as much humidity, so it's pretty decent to sit outside. If you like a darker fabric, I have Color and Cotton Havana, which looks like this. And I thought that would be pretty. Totally different look, but very pretty. Okay, and this is also a 32 count dapple, and this is the one that I thought perhaps just slightly darker in that blue would be a little bit better. It would show up a little more. So just to give you perspective, dapple is kind of a gray. Don't know that that's showing up, but I think that would be pretty. Dapple's a really nice color. And then I think I will show you Lori's finish on the fabric that we chose for that, which is the 28 count. It's a fabric flare. It's called Berkshire Hive, and it has like a honeycomb on it, and I'm afraid I have it on order. It hasn't come yet, and so I don't know if you're gonna make a pillow out of it, or you don't mind smaller margins. I would probably have enough for maybe 2 cuts, but that's it until I get my new shipment in. Anyway, isn't that adorable? Absolutely freaking adorable. I think it'd be cute if you stuck a little bee charm somewhere on there, just a small one. I have a couple down in the craft room. Not sure where. Maybe I'd put it right on the hive. Stick just a little bee charm right there on the hive would be cute. I don't think that's anything called for. Nope. But I think it would be cute. And then the last couple of fabrics that I have are a check. This is called Barn Board, and it's a 32 count. And I think it would be cute. This is the tan version, and I think that would be cute. And then we have the gray version, which is just, I think, called Gray Check. I don't know why the tan got a name and the gray didn't, but anyway, I think either of those would be a good choice too if you didn't want to wait for the Berkshire Hive or couldn't find it. That this would be just as cute. Just as cute. I'm using cute a lot today. So anyway, that is your chart of the day. I hope you like it. I think it's adorable. See, I didn't use cute. I, I think it's adorable. But it would look good on any of those. You know, some prefer a more prim look and not a cute look. So some of the other fabrics would probably lend itself more, like the Havana would probably lend it more to less cute and maybe a little more prim. So that's it for your chart of the day. Like I said, if you're looking for the hive fabric, I probably have enough. It wouldn't give you a lot of border, but if you're just going to make it into a pillow, you don't need a lot of border. I would have enough for 2 cuts until my order comes in. So now maybe I just want to chat for a little bit. If you're not interested in chatting, then you go have a great day and take care till next time. If you do want to stick around for just a little bit of rambling, I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. Maybe a little bit about what happened over the weekend. And I have the question of the day yet for you, which maybe I'll do that so those who don't want to listen to just generalized chit chat can go on about their business. So my question of the day today is, let me preface it a little bit. I have not been watching a whole lot of Flosstube, but I did watch a new to me Flosstuber. She's not new at this point. I don't know how many videos she has. I've just watched the last couple of her videos, and I quite enjoyed them. And if I'm hoping I remembered this correctly, because of course I didn't write anything down, because that would be the smart thing to do, and who wants to do the smart thing? But I think it's Mama Loves You GB, and she's from the UK. She's got lots of pretty stitching, but she kind of started a thing. I don't know quite what I want to call it, but she showed some floss tags that she had made from using business cards that she ordered from Vistaprint, and she put a picture on one side and then DMC on the other side and a place to write the DMC number, and then she just is putting them all on. So it'd be similar to this, only a little bit larger. And she puts her DMC on it. And she got a lot of good response from that, and she said if people wanted to exchange with her, like 25 or 30 cards, they could send their cards to her and she would send some of hers to them, and then it kind of like trading cards to be. It's kind of the idea behind it, and but the idea seems to have caught on, and a lot of people, I think, are taking her up on that offer of trading. I think Brenda and Laura from Cereal Starters, I think they were going to do it, and I know that Brenda is she's going to summer school at the attic and is taking some of the cards for trading. So I was just kind of curious if you watch Mama Loves You GB and are hopping onto that bandwagon and getting cards made and trading them. I was just kind of curious as to how many people are doing that. And if you don't watch her, I highly recommend watching her. So that's your question of the day. Now, if you're not interested in just general chit chat, have a great time. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. For the rest of you, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the weekend. It was good. Amy and Emily left North Carolina Saturday morning, and arrived here in Omaha last evening. So they came over. I made lasagna and caramel apple dump cake for dinner last night. Well, the dump cake was dessert. The lasagna was dinner. Because they didn't get in, and they've been traveling for 2 days, and they have nothing in their new house. So they came over for dinner, brought the dogs with them. We got to meet Charlie, we'd met Louie. So they have 2 dogs, Charlie and Louie. Charlie's a beagle who failed at hunting, so her owner turned her over to a rescue group, I guess, because she wasn't a good hunter. And so they adopted her, and then Louie they got, I think, when they were still in Ohio. So we met Louie before, but we hadn't met Charlie before, and so we got to meet them. It was a little dicey at first with Rags and Remy. They don't meet other dogs well. They have to kind of posture and bark and growl, but eventually everyone calmed down and got along, and I think Louie tried so hard to get Remy to play. It was pathetic. He'd lay down and be all submissive, and she'd be growling and snapping at him. But I think eventually, if they're brought together often enough, I think it might be cute to watch them play, because I think they will eventually play. So, but they decided they were going to stay here for the night, but then they decided that they'd rather sleep in their new home, so they slept on an air mattress in their new house. And Emily, poor Emily, she had to work. She works remotely, and she had to work today. So Amy is working on cleaning and going and getting some groceries, and I think later on they're gonna try and go pick a new comforter for their bedroom, so they can pick a paint color and maybe get it painted before they have 2 pods coming, I think on the 18th, and it would be nice to have the bedroom painted before they set up the bed, because it's not a real big bedroom, and it would be just a pain in the butt to paint once the bed is set up. So I think that's their plan for their day today. Let's see, Dan went out and babysat Reese this weekend. She had RSV. Luckily she didn't get hospitalized with it. There's a lot of kids hospitalized with RSV right now. But she had it back in the spring too, so maybe that's why she didn't get it so bad. But he went out to, Abby was on call, and Travis had a tractor pull he wanted to go to. So Dan went out and babysat Saturday afternoon, and then stayed the night, and then came home early yesterday morning. And the most exciting part of the weekend was that the sheetrockers arrived on Saturday, and I now have sheetrock and in the bathroom, and they should finish it up today so we can do priming and painting this week or this weekend, which means then the next step is tile, and then gosh, once the tile goes in, it's going to be almost finished, because then the electrician needs to come in and finish his stuff, which won't take very long, and the plumber will come and hook everything up, and then the rest will be left up, I would say Dan and I, but really, realistically speaking, it's going to be all Dan. The woodworking and the ceiling, we're going to put something on the ceiling, either beadboard or I don't know, something on the ceiling other than what's up there. So he'll have woodworking to finish up, and the ceiling. And then the bathroom will be done. My bedroom flooring that I ordered in July, the 9th of July, I ordered it. They took the money out of my account on the 12th of July, and the last update I had was on the 12th of July saying a shipping date would be scheduled, and that was it. Nothing. I heard nothing. Mind you, they never told me it was back ordered or out of stock when I ordered it. And so I sent them a couple of emails and never got a response. So Friday I finally picked up the phone and called the company and said, look, I've sent you a couple emails, I've gotten no response, I ordered, you took the money, I've heard nothing. And the guy stumbled around and said, well, I sent you an email. Well, I had already looked in my spam and all my emails. There was no email from him, but apparently the floor is back ordered. And they are expecting it in their warehouse sometime after the 22nd of August. Like, it will ship from Texas on the 22nd. Will it though? That's kind of where I'm at, is will it really? It will ship to their warehouse, and then they'll have to ship it to me when they get it. So he said it'll be September sometime before I get the bedroom flooring, which is kind of a bummer. But I figure Dan, not Dan and I figure Dan's going to have enough to do with the woodwork that he'll still be busy doing that. So it's not a huge deal. It's just I would prefer you keep me in the loop a little more, especially if I contact you and say, hey, update me. I want to be updated. I don't want to be ignored. So that's where we're at with the bathroom, but it is getting kind of exciting because you can almost see a light at the end of the tunnel. What else do I know? I already said Lori quit, so it's just me. Had a lot of new people in the shop. Either people traveling from other places, and I'm either kind of on their route, or they're coming from another place specifically to the shop, which has been kind of fun, meeting the new people and visiting with them a little bit. Not a lot of the locals though have been out and about lately, so I don't know what's going on there, but if you're listening, I'd sure like to see you. And what else? Other Lori, State Fair Lori, not Lori that worked for me, but State Fair Lori came on Friday to pick up the State Fair entries. We did not have a very good response. We have, if it weren't for Karen entered 16 pieces into the fair. So she helped quite a bit. I spent all last weekend and last week doing finishing on some of my stuff, because I had stuff finished but not finished. So I pretty much, right up until an hour before Lori showed up, was doing finishing. And I managed to put 7 in for me, 4 in for Dan, and 1 for my niece who just finished her very first cross stitch. So surprise Kate, it went to the fair, and we'll see how it does. I did not tell her I was entering it. But I got it all finished, and she did a good job for her first time. So I'm like, let's just send it off to the fair. And I put her in under the junior division, because she's only, Kate, what are you, 12? I think she's only 12. She did a pretty good job. She's currently working on her second piece, which is from Lottie Da, and it is Double Toil and Trouble, I think. It's the Green Witch Nose. I think it's Double Toil and Trouble, or something like that. So she's currently working on that one. And let's see, what else can I tell you? The fair starts the 27th, I believe, of August. I'm not sure when the judging occurs, but as you know, the judging isn't important to me. I just want there to be a presence of cross stitch out there, just to keep it alive, and maybe inspire someone to start stitching. There's been a lot of new stitchers, like I said, not just new to the shop, but new stitchers coming in that have just started stitching, which is good to see. I like seeing that. I was a little concerned that once things opened up a little bit, people would back off from stitching, but so far so good. They're not. And what else do I know? Retreat is, we're going ahead with retreat. I'm a little nervous about the numbers, but we're going to go ahead with retreat. And I think I have most everything ready to go. I've got to send out their pre-stitching yet, which technically I should... Hang on just a minute. Okay, someone had the audacity to walk on the sidewalk. Can you imagine? So what was I talking about? Retreat. The pre-stitching. I should technically be working on that today, and I might, or I might not. I don't know. I have a couple errands that I want to run, but I don't know about you, but I've stayed away from stores for so long that it's really, I have to really talk myself into going to a store anymore. And so I'm arguing with myself a little bit about going and doing my errands, but I probably need to do them. So we'll see. I don't know. What else? I think that might be it. I don't know. Haven't been antiquing. We've been too busy with the bathroom on the weekends, so no antiquing. I have the itch. I have the urge. If Dan was home today, maybe we'd go, but he's working. Someone's got to earn some money, pay for that bathroom. So, but yeah, that's, I think, going to be it for the chit chat portion of this video. And let me know if you're partaking in the great business card exchange. Yeah, it's funny how people do that. I'm not gonna lie. I've got some coming. I don't know that I'll exchange them, but I thought it was a brilliant idea, so I ordered some for myself. Oh, that was one thing I wanted to let people know. I did the use your words, Julie. The sampler that I designed, I did manage to get it framed before Lori came on Friday, so I entered it into the fair. We'll see how it does. But then once it comes home, I can take a picture of it and get the chart printed for those of you who are interested in it. And it turned out pretty good, I think. It maybe wasn't necessarily the frame I would have chosen if, things weren't the way they were, but I took what I could and made it work. It wasn't quite, I like to have a pretty good rabbet. That's the part that your piece sits into, is called the rabbet. And I really prefer to have at least 5/8 of an inch for the rabbet, for a cross stitch piece. This had maybe 1/4 of an inch, so I couldn't put glass on it like I wanted to. That one I wanted to glass because the fabric is light colored. And yeah, I'm hoping, since it's something that I designed, that the kids won't put it in the dumpster when I die. So I wanted to glass it. And there just wasn't anything available from any of my suppliers that had a deeper rabbet. So I took the frame that I could, and then I took the fillet that was available, which was not necessarily the fillet I would have chosen, but it was what I could get my hands on. And I painted it red. So the frame itself is black, and then I painted the fillet red, and I managed to get it all framed before Lori. I mean, like, I was finishing it up. That was the piece I was finishing before she came. So it's at the fair, and I should be able to hopefully get that chart ready after it comes back, which will be a couple weeks yet. I think the fair ends on the 6th, and then whenever Lori happens to be able to bring it back. So anyway, that was kind of exciting to have that done. And with that, I'm going to call this done. I've rambled on for 15 minutes or so. It was good to chat with you. I hope you're all doing okay, staying safe, getting vaccinated, and we will see you the next time. So you take care until then. Bye.